This week on CBCP News Weekend Report, Bishop David denies that he broke the law. Bishop urges the military and communist rebels to halt clashes. Bishop advises OFWs to stay away from Hong Kong rallies. Signature Drive wants Kaliwa Dam project revoked. Church media practitioners urged to use communication for communion building. This is Nico Balbidina of CBCP News Weekend Report. Caloocan Bishop Pablo David has asserted that he did not break any law, following the sedition raps filed against him and other clergymen. In a prayer vigil held earlier this week, David clarified that although he is not against the campaign against criminality, he believes that it should be carried out in a lawful manner. David also said that what they were pushing for in the first place was an appeal to follow the law, to respect the dignity and human rights of all people, to protect life, and to help the sick and other victims of illegal drug use. Reportedly in 2017, David was also threatened with obstruction of justice charges for taking custody of the witnesses to the killing of schoolboy Kian de los Santos. However, the case did not push through, as the three cops involved in the case have already been sentenced to life in prison. Today, David is facing charges of inciting sedition alongside Bishop Socrates Villegas, Honesto Ongtioco, and Teodoro Bacani. Still on the CBCP, Bishop Gerardo Alminazas expressed concern over the looming escalation of violence between the military and communist rebels on Negros Island. In a CBCP News report, Alminaza urged a halt in clashes between the two forces and called for a negotiation to resolve the conflict. Appealing to both parties, Alminaza urged them to not counter violence with violence. Earlier this week, President Rodrigo Duterte ordered the military for a tit-for-tat action against the New People's Army, whom he blamed for the spate of killings in the region. Duterte also threatened imposing martial law in the Negros Island, while the Reds have already denied the allegations, saying that the killings were done by the members of the Philippine National Police. Meanwhile, as protest continues to blaze on in Hong Kong, Bishop Roberto Santos has advised Filipinos working there to avoid places where rallies are being held. In a CBCP News report, Santos, who heads the migrant ministry of the CBCP, urged OFWs to exercise caution and prudence so as not to jeopardize their work. The prelate made the call after a male OFW suspected of joining a rally in the Mongkok district was arrested by Hong Kong authorities last Saturday. Hong Kong has now entered its 9th week of social unrest, sparked by the government's now shelved extradition bill. Back here in the Philippines, a campaign has been rolled out to gather signatures of 10 million people, urging the government to drop a controversial dam project in the mountains in the northern regions. The prelature of Infanta said it began gathering signatures a month ago as the government started the construction of an 18.7 billion pesos worth Kaliwa Dam project. Bishop Bernardino Cortez is appealing for help in a last-ditch effort to protect local communities and their environment. The dam is one of the pet projects of the Duterte administration financed by China, his main political and economic ally, through a bilateral loan agreement. Located in the Quezon province, the project is seen as a long-term solution to the increasing water demand in Metro Manila. In Batangas, Bishop Milo Vergara of the Episcopal Commission on Social Communication, or the ECSC, has encouraged church media practitioners to explore further how communication can be used for communion building. Echoing the message of the Pope for this year's World Communications Day, he urged for responsible use of the internet to help build Christian communities. The challenge, according to him, is doing something that will let the people feel the love of God. More than 180 participants from across the country joined this year's convention held in Mataas na Kahoy, Batangas. Now in its 5th year, the 4-day gathering was organized by the ECSC to strengthen the collaboration among the church media. For more news and updates, visit cbcpnews.net and follow our social media accounts. This is Nico Balbidina for CBCP News Weekend Report.